Alright guys, today we're going to go over the Spleef arena. So basically, I'm going to just demonstrate it quickly and then I'll go over the phases on how I set it up. So first I'm just going to turn it on, and as you see it starts up in the bottom left and we get these two pressure plates appear, and one of them just lets you enter and the other one resets the field. Now this game is built so that any number of people can play. There's no, I would assume there's no limit, unless, how many people can fit in a space. But other than that, you just have to enter it, and you're given a couple things happen. One, you're set in the game mode 2. We don't want anyone digging out. And then you're given this diamond shovel it's unbreakable and it can break snow. So the only thing we can break is the snow below, and pretty quickly too. So, so the base is just, dig down and try and get someone to fall. Now, as you see, I have a score on the left. It's a 1. If I die, respawn, then it goes down to 0, of course. Now, I'm just gonna walk back. Ideally, you'd want to set beds next to it. I haven't worried about that. And then I can either just enter again, or I can reset it. Now, the choice here is really just for bragging rights. You don't score until everyone else gives up, basically. They give up by resetting the field, and if you have a score of 1 when they reset the field, which means you haven't died, you gain a point. So ideally, it's like, how long can you last, King of the Hill style, right? So I'm going to just enter again, and it'll put me in somewhere randomly within a circle, and I can go again. Now, just to demonstrate, if I go and do this, there you go. So you see I got survived, and I got 2 points. Unfortunately, can't reach my shovel, so I'm kind of stuck in here. So at the very least, it demonstrates how that scoring works. And then I'm just gonna have to concede, which is death. So that's the gist of the game. So let's go over what it does. So the first thing actually, let me go ahead and turn the game off just to show. When I turn it off, it's just gonna shut down. Those go away. My game mode has been reset back to what it was, which should be 0, and that's that. So let me go into game mode 1. Get rid of the shuffle. I don't need to hold on to it, and let's go underground. So here we are. So let's start with the summon phase. So the summon phase, you press the start button and it puts a redstone block here, which is a common theme for all of these. And then it's going to tell you that the game's starting up. It's going to summon the start, running, and stop. This sequence is pretty common to every single one of my maps, so you're going to see it pretty commonly. The next few are specific to this map. So we have entrance, exit, center 1, center 2, and then this last block is the one that moves the redstone from there to the next phase. So I'm going to go over what each of these do later, but of course the point of these first 3 is that this is over the start up. So when that last one clones, does a clone move, it takes the redstone block here and then moves it over to just below the start armor stand. And then once that's done, it's going to go to the running armor stand, and then it's going to go to the stop armor stand. So let's go ahead and go to phase 2, which is startup. So we'll go around here, and this is startup. So here, basically, it gets kind of clustered, but basically this first one creates the scoreboards. So we have whether or not they've entered, whether or not they're an actual player, which pretty much everyone's going to get set to, because it sets everyone to 0, which will add to the list. So even if they're not playing, they'll be on the list. And I think I put a limit on that. So let's see. This one just creates a reset dummy for the reset. When you step over the reset, I didn't want to put a bunch of command blocks under the pressure plate. So when you step on the pressure plate, all it does is sets a scoreboard status. So I didn't have to do a bunch of wiring up there. So yeah, so that's what this one is, and then this one is the same thing. When they enter, they get an entrance status, and then this one is just the score, the main scoreboard. This one creates a death counter, which is just stats deaths. That's how I tell when you die, of course. Then I add all players to the death scoreboard. I think I did that for testing purposes because not being on the scoreboard is not the same as equals 0. So I add everyone to the board, and then I add everyone to the scoreboard too. I eventually thought about adding the addition, how the pressure plates disappeared. I was thinking about doing that for the start game and end game buttons. That way you can't restart the game once you've started it to avoid issues. Obviously someone can. It's just going to duplicate. It will cause problems because it's going to duplicate the armor stands, and then it may do the same command twice instead of once, which can be problematic. So I'll probably put those in, just haven't taken the time to do it. And then we obviously set the display to the sidebar. And then this one basically is my announcement that says that it's running.